Welcome to the Way to Go podcast. My wife, Jeri. Yeah, way to go. Listen, I have verses to read to my wife. You listen in. You know, that'd be good. All right. Are you ready for this?
I'm ready.
Okay. Now, this is talking about when people die. He's got some
plans for me.
If you've never read Ecclesiastes, please read it 20 times. It's just a great book. It is. I hate to say it was my favorite book in the Bible, and I actually found out from Steve. Either they talked about it after he had passed away or right before. It was his favorite book, which I thought was pretty cool. Like, actually, me and Steve is both of it's our favorite book in the Bible. But he was talking about, people dying. You're going to die someday.
I know I am.
Okay. I just want you to know. All right. Anyone who is among the living has hope. Even a live dog's better off than a dead lion. Oh, okay. I like it. I can't disagree with that. And they didn't like dogs. So, I mean, like to us, well, I'd rather have a dog than a lion. Well, think like they did. Okay. Dogs are a nuisance. They're not family pets in those days. All right. For the living know that they will die, but the dead know nothing. They have no further reward, and even their name is forgotten. So everything that we do, one of the things I like about Ecclesiastes, it helps me to realize that, hey, I'm worried about the lawn's not trimmed just right. I'm worried about, and then sometimes, you'd put off the playing with the kids because you're all worried about the lawn.
Right.
And then I remember thinking when I was reading through back years ago, and I was reading through Ecclesiastes, is anyone going to remember Bill's lawn back in 2007 in July looked awful?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Nobody cares. It's just
right.
like, but your kids are going to care that you did stuff with them. Go eat your food with gladness and drink your wine with a joyful heart, for God has already approved what you do. Always be clothed in white. Always anoint your head with oil. All right. So what do you think about that?
Yeah, I think it's true. I think about that sometimes, even like we go through graveyards sometimes to take pictures and stuff. And sometimes I'll look at the tombstones and I'll think nobody remembers if that woman's house was clean at every moment, but what she did for eternity is what matters right now.
Right.
And I think about that, sometimes as we're there, stuff of this world is going to pass. And when you're dead, you're going to be dead, but eternally, what are we doing now that matters?
You're laying up treasures in heaven right now. Right. You've come down. She's come down to help me do this podcast.
Here I am.
Because I am a beggar.
Yeah.
And I'm a good one. I look pouty-eyed and everything. So quivery lips, everything. I went all out to get her in here.
Yeah, here I am.
Well, there's a funeral actually, so we're going to be done this with 5 minutes to spare, basically, and we're going to be walking right into a funeral that we're attending.
Yeah.
So for somebody in the church, their mom died, so that's unfortunate. But we're alive right now, and I was like, have a joyful heart, eat your food with gladness. He didn't just say, go eat something. You're hangry. Have a Snickers. Life will be better. Yeah. He said, no, do it with gladness. Like, eat your food, and when you do it with gladness. Now when you think about that as a simple recipe for living, eat your food with gladness. Now last night
I do eat my food with gladness.
It depends on what it tastes like. But I'm thinking last night, like, you made this steak, the best steak I've had in ages. Yeah. It was so good, and we were eating zucchini and squash out of our garden
and beets. We
were also eating beets out of the garden, and it was so delicious, and I was enjoying it. Everyone else was talking. I just wish everyone would just shut up and let me enjoy my food. Everyone, right now, this is a sacred moment. I want us all to stop talking. Just take it in. But truly, I mean, eat your food with gladness.
Yeah.
How many times are we rushing through it? Okay, let's just see so we can go. And you're not doing anything with gladness. Everything's just check off the list.
On a mission, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, I got to do this. 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 And sometimes even the fun stuff we do, you almost do it begrudgingly sometimes. Isn't it true?
You can make work out of fun sometimes. Let's get up here. Let's go. Let's hit this one more thing. Yeah.
Okay. Recently, I can't think of a time. I'm not saying I don't.
Not in the last month. Yeah.
Yeah, not in the last month. No, for sure. But it's not the point. The point is, did we want to go see the fireworks?
Yeah. What are we talking about? Oh, no. Yeah, for the Bridge Street thing.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, and neither one of us was in the mood to go. We were so tired.
Right. Yes, I can make work out of building a sandcastle with the kids. I'm not saying I did do it. Like, I would go there, and next thing I know, like, the sandcastle
Bill's
job.
building the sandcastle, and the kids are just
like, get out of my sandcastle.
Running for buckets.
But it was epic when we were done. Trust me. Those sandcastles were monstrous. I was down to my waist in them. So I'm building those walls and spires. I could make work out of anything. It's my nature. I am good at that. That's true. Hey, let's go one more place. We'll even be on vacation last year. It was so funny. And tonight we're going to be back in the room. We're going to eat dinner at a normal time. We're just going to kick back. We hike, and then, let's just go. We're so close to Mosquito Falls. Let's go there. It was fun, though.
Yeah, it was.
We got back to the vehicle. It's dark. It's raining. We find a restaurant at 9 o'clock, some C-grade restaurant that's serving steak out in the middle of nowhere. Thank God they were open, and it was certainly edible. It wasn't as good as yours last night, I can tell you that, but it was edible. And that's the way we roll.
I know. It's like, is any restaurant still open at 10?
This is normal even here. We eat late so many times because I'll get home from work, we'll throw kayaks in the truck. We're like the kayak life is. And we only go out a couple times a week at the most lately. I mean, that's it. I mean, we might make it a couple nights, but when we're out, you're going to be definitely eating late. But it still says enjoy it. And when we went to the fireworks, like, we were so tired. We didn't want to go. We were glad that we did.
We did, yeah.
And we did enjoy it. Like, we weren't there, like, why are we here? Why are we doing this? We had a good time.
Yep. Yeah,
So it was fun.
Yeah.
So enjoy what you're doing.
Anything in life, you want to enjoy the journey because, life is short. Right. And you don't want to always be so stressed out or, begrudging the things that you have to do. Sometimes I enjoy, like, organizing and working around the house, and you just look back and, take joy in what you accomplished.
Yeah, I would agree with that 100%. Eat your food with gladness. Drink your wine with a joyful heart. That's good medicine. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Be happy.
Right.
Be lighthearted. No one wants to be around miserable people.
No.
It's a fact.
Yeah.
Like, you want to be a grumpy head your whole life? People, and you're wondering, why doesn't anyone want to be around you? Have someone film you for a while, maybe. You know what I mean? Check the monitors and put a baby monitor on you. You know what I mean? And check it later. I just feel like, man, sometimes we're just a little bit too grumpy, a little bit too uptight about stuff, and things that don't matter, or we're letting them matter. And so always be clothed in white, which I guess was a good happy color. I don't know. I do not recommend wearing white at all. I could never live in white, ever.
Yeah, you'd be a mess.
I'm already a mess. I already spill stuff. Like, everyone makes fun of me all the time because I've said it for years. I'm gonna be a perfect old man in a nursing home someday. Just food all down the front of my shirt. It's already stayed
salt all over the table.
Yeah.
We laugh every time Bill salts or peppers anything. It's like
not that high. I'm just an aggressive.
Might as well be.
I like the taste of salt. It's not coming out.
We were at a coffee shop the other day. We all fix our coffee, at the little coffee station. As soon as Bill gets his sugar packet, it's all... We all just started cracking up. I took a picture of it. Of course, it's still on my phone and no one will ever see it, but it was hilarious.
You could probably have a huge following just following the stupid stuff I do.
Bill's messes.
Yeah, just do it. You should have it. Lindsay would follow that. Lindsay would be all about that. She would
like
love
the
to
ketchup on his pants. Yeah.
That was right in this office. It was horrible. She took a picture of the ketchup.
Both sides.
It was one blob. Hit both legs at the same time. I'm not kidding. It was terrible. And then I come home and I get it all wiped off. I get it. I can't remember even what pants or shorts are supposed to be going in the wash. I'm colorblind anyway. I can't even see it. So I'm still wearing them. You know what I'm saying? I just finally threw them in. Yeah, I finally threw them in the wash today because I couldn't remember which one they were. That's so hilarious. That's kind of how it goes. But anyway, here's a verse I'm trying to get to, actually, like 9 minutes later. All right. Enjoy life with your wife whom you love all the days of this meaningless life that God has given you under the sun, all your meaningless days, for this is your lot in life, and in your toilsome labor under the sun. So enjoy life with your wife whom you love all the days of this meaningless life that God has given you under the sun. And I don't know sometimes if people are really doing that. Enjoy life with your wife. Mm-hmm. Like, they want to enjoy life going and doing their own thing. They want to enjoy life going hunting. They want to enjoy life going racing. They want to enjoy life playing softball or whatever, fishing or whatever it is. Okay, but you can sit next to your wife and just enjoy life with her too.
Yeah.
Like, we don't have to conquer the world. Sometimes we can just be about relating.
Yeah, for sure.
Right?
Yeah, and you don't want to always be living separate lives. You know, there's nothing wrong with having specific things that maybe you enjoy or your spouse enjoys, on their own, but there have to be those things that you do together that build your relationship.
Right.
And keep you tight.
No, I would agree with that. And I think, too, you can't make all of marriage about business. Like, sometimes I think in marriage, it can become about, well, we've got to raise the kids. We have to change diapers when they're younger, get them to school when they're older, all the sports schedule. Mom's the taxi a lot of times. There's homework. There's bills to pay. There's projects. There's rooms to paint. Right.
Yeah.
And everyone's got to keep on top, laundry to do, everyone's got to keep on top of stuff. And sometimes I think that marriage can boil down to the business of
living.
Yeah. And not even the business of marriage. I mean, just the business of life, the business of raising kids. And pretty soon no one's having fun. No one's doing anything for the purpose of fun. And when I see a terminology like this, and he already said, be happy and do good in Ecclesiastes 3:12. So that's one of my theme verses for Venture Vibe. Be happy and do good. So I don't want to just be happy and do my own thing, enjoy life, and not be doing good. But I don't want to also just be doing serious things and never do fun things either, because the world is a fun place.
It is.
And there's a lot of beauty here. There's sunsets to see. I'm not a big get up that early to see sunrise, not in summer. Come on. It's like 4:45 in the morning and 5 o'clock in the morning. Not really. I'll listen to somebody tell me about it. And then, but sunsets and the night at 9 o'clock at night. Will I be out at a beach at 9 o'clock at night or on a kayak at 9 o'clock? Oh yeah, I do that a lot of times. But, I'll get out there and I'll see this stuff for the fun of it. And so somebody, there's been a big talk about Instagram and how down the numbers are. And I hear this constantly. You're not going to hear it because you go to Instagram to see what I'm up to.
Right, yeah. I don't
Instagram, actually talking to the other photographers, we realize it's down. So I told this one person yesterday, I said, look, here's my thing. I take a picture, I put it on. My question is, was it fun? Check. Likes are forgettable.
Right.
The adventures are memorable. So it doesn't really matter. I'm going to forget how many likes a picture got. I'm not going to forget the adventure.
What we did, yeah.
What we did. So I'm looking at that as like, who cares if not as many people liked it? I had fun getting that photo. I did it for the fun of doing it.
Right.
For no other reason other than it was just something fun to do. It's okay to have fun.
That's how it should be.
You work 55, 60 hours a week. It's okay to go and spend some time having fun, right?
Yeah.
So I look at it, enjoy what we do. Even back in the days when we were pickers, and we don't do it as much, but I had to put our kids through college, buying and selling antiques, working here 55 hours a week, and then going and selling every night when I got home to generate enough cash to get those kids college tuitions paid for so they didn't wind up in a bunch of debt.
Right.
So, we went like crazy. I still liked it. Did I like listening those nights and sitting there listening? They'll turn on the TV, listen. Yeah, I did actually, because this was like, to me, playing fantasy football every week of the year. Like, hey, is that thing going to sell well? Ooh, look at that. You know what I mean? It's like scoring touchdowns. You know, I thought it was a lot of fun. I thought picking, it was a lot of fun.
Yeah. I think you have to find joy in, everything that you do, because you have to do it anyway. So you might as well find something that you enjoy about it.
Absolutely. I would agree with that 100%. I was just thinking of something snarky to say, but I'm not going to say it.
You can.
No, I'll say it to you. Trust me.
I can take it.
No. Trust me. I'll say it. It would not be appropriate. I'm sorry. Children. It wouldn't have been an appropriate thing to say. I can say it to her later, though. Okay. Enjoy life again with your wife, whom you love, all the days of this meaningless life. And then in verse 10, he says, whatever your hand finds to do it with all your might. For in the realm of the dead where you are going, there's neither working nor planning nor knowledge nor wisdom. So, guys, whatever your hand finds to do it with all your might. This is not happening. No. I would like to suggest people are not doing things with all of their might. People are doing the bare minimum. They're barely paying attention to what in the world it is they're doing. We're getting the wrong orders at the drive-thrus. We're getting the wrong things sent to us from Amazon. We see this constantly, sending vehicles in to get fixed, to get returned to us unfixed. And you wonder, is anyone paying attention?
Right.
Is anyone really doing their job with all their heart. People just want more and more for less and less. Pay me more and more. I want to do less and less. The Bible says, do what you do with all of your might. And I think that when it comes to kingdom work, it comes to the Lord, we ought to be putting some elbow grease into that. And we ought to really be working to accomplish things, to produce things, to move the ball forward as far as the kingdom of God is concerned, as far as helping other people, things like that, service.
I think one of the things too, like, I think sometimes, like, if you waste time and you're not productive or, you know, doing something good or accomplishing something, there's nothing wrong with leisure here and there, but you can't ever get back that time. Once you waste it, it's wasted, you know? So, you know, we only have so much time here on this earth to lay up treasures in heaven for the kingdom.
Right.
And are we really investing that time in doing things for the Lord and accomplishing what we can in the time that we have? Because if we don't do it, once that time is gone, it's gone.
Yeah, and again, I'm not going to ever be an advocate for doing only serious things.
No, I agree.
Like you said, bodily exercise is of some value. It's not of as much value as training yourself for godliness. He didn't say it had no value. He just said it wasn't as valuable.
You have that balance.
As training for godliness. So yeah, I'm going to get out there and run. I definitely like to get out there and see the world God made. God put us in a beautiful world.
Yep.
I want to see it.
Yep, absolutely.
I want to say we live in I don't care. You complain about you live where you live all the time. And yeah, am I a little bit envious sometimes when I see these mountain hikers, Colorado and North Carolina, and these people, these Instagrammers are coming up with all these killer photos? Yes, I am. But you know what I have that they don't have? We have Lake Erie.
Yep.
That's what we have. How many times have we been out in a kayak? No one's there.
Oh, most times.
Most times.
Yeah.
We went to Breakwater Beach and Geneva State Park, and we went down where you're not supposed to be, granted, and down, but I figure other people catch on to that too, right? Come on.
You're allowed on the
I'm not
beach.
the only one.
Yeah.
So anyway, we've got the whole beach to ourselves. Like a fallen tree, had to be 50 yards, right? To another fallen tree. There's no one there. You and the two of us had this entire sunset to ourselves.
Yep. Nobody there.
I thought it was a beautiful thing. So, and I don't mind that because I think God's put this beauty here. We should go and look at it.
Definitely.
I'm here. I'm all about photographing beauty and bringing it back and showing you what's out there to see.
Yeah, I
Because
definitely think enjoy the world around you. For sure.
why is it here? Why does food taste good if I'm not supposed to enjoy it?
Yeah, exactly.
Honestly, have you ever thought about that? Apples don't taste like cardboard.
Yeah.
You know, bananas, oranges. I like all of it. I like blueberries. I like blackberries. I like raspberries.
I like ice cream.
Even black jelly beans. I even like black jelly beans.
About the fruit.
Yeah, where's black jelly bean ice cream? I want some of that. But it's just, yeah, you should be enjoying it. But here's the thing, though. I do think people run. We're runners. And here's a point I'm going to make on Sunday morning. If we are too busy to love God and we are too busy to love people, something is way amiss in our lives. If you do not have time for that relationship with God and you don't have time for people, you are actually too busy for the top 2 commandments in the Bible. Something is wrong with this life. We have run our time to the margins. We're not given enough downtime to just be around people, spend time with people. I mean, you and I were trying to connect with people. Right. We do spend time with people, even outside the church. You know, tonight there's a big gathering where we're going to go. Not the night that you're going to hear this, but there's a huge gathering of other photographers. Well, I say huge, like 8, 10, whatever. So we're going to all go paddle somewhere and hang out, have a cookout. So, but I don't mind that. Like, I don't need just you and me. You know, I don't mind seeing other people. I don't mind doing things.
Yeah.
Gotta love people, right?
Yep, it's good.
Yeah.
Expand your horizons.
Expand your horizon, but love God, love others. Do you think that we're too busy to do that? That's my question. I'm saying in reality, are people living a life so busy that they are not taking time for God?
I think people are living a life sometimes that they're too busy or sometimes that they're spending too much time on phones or not paying attention to the world around them.
I would predict that most people who come to church are not reading their Bible and praying every day.
Yeah, I would probably agree.
That'd be my guess.
Yeah.
I would say that's probably not a good thing for the kingdom of God and the work of God in this world. You know, we need people praying. I would say I don't know that we're intentional enough about making time for people. It's just the truth.
Yeah, I agree.
I've seen it with COVID. I saw, come through. In fact, I'm so sick of hearing. I can't believe I even said the word. I'm so sick of hearing about it. But it's just 2 years of it. I mean, there are a lot of people that I don't see anymore.
Oh, yeah.
After that.
Yeah, that's true.
It's just they got tucked in at home, hunkered down. I don't see them.
Yeah, or out of the habit.
Yeah, I don't see them. Mm-hmm. They're not making time. So I mean, it's all a two-way street too. Mm-hmm. It's like, who are you getting in touch with your friends? Are you getting in touch? Like, I'm trying to think of people this week I haven't seen in a while. I'm texting them, hey, how you doing? What's going on? We got to think about other people. My goodness. I mean, you just have to as a part of our life. Don't fall into that trap of just being about you and your spouse, or you and your spouse and your kids, and that's all that life is. Mm-hmm. There's got to be more, because I'm supposed to love God and I'm supposed to love others. Yep. Anyway, you and I have something else we got to go do right now, because we're about to attend the funeral. Mm-hmm. So anyway, we hope that you guys all have a great week. Make your life count, guys. It's one life. You got to be intentional. You got to figure it out. Where's your time going? Is it the best things that you can be doing? Are you making time to get out there and see stuff? Enjoy life with your wife, right? And whatever you find to do it with all your heart. Don't have a life of mediocrity. Have a life where you got some gusto, you got some elbow grease, you're getting stuff done, make it the best it can be. You guys have a great week.